everyone, this is Bug-Ass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Infinity War Captain America figure. So before we take a look at Captain America, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. Now he does come with quite a few accessories, so that I was really pleased about. So his first accessories, which I went ahead and put on him before this review, are these alternate fisted hands. And I'm not really a fan of them because his new shield, he can't hold them with these hands on. And with this hand on, it isn't accurate because this is his glove. And if you put this one on, it makes it like it's just a wrist guard. And it looks kind of funny. Now, these are hard to get off here. There. I just about knocked my diorama over when I was trying to put the alternate hands on it here. Oh, these are a lot harder to get off there than they should have been. So, there. They go on pretty easily, but don't try to take them off if you have figures set up close to them or a diorama set up close to them. And I really like these because this looks a lot better, and he can hold his shield. And that's his next accessory, his shield, his Wakandan shield, which looks really nice. It's got a little bit of dry brushing of gunmetal right there, and silver. And it's a pretty flexible kind of rubbery plastic. The handle is a little soft too, so you kind of have to work to get it in there. But once you get it in his hand, he can hold it very well. Doesn't drop it, well, because he's holding on to it, but doesn't flop like that or anything like that. It pretty much stays in place. And then for his final accessory, we get the head of Thanos. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. So for the head sculpt, this was one of those figures that I wasn't really sure about at first because photos online and stuff didn't really do it justice. But looking at it, it really does look like Chris Evans. Like, let me get this right here. This, I think Hasbro is going off of pre-production photos. But if you look at that, that is accurate to him. Like I said, it isn't how the finished product looked. But if you're going by the side art on the Marvel Legends packaging right here that I cut off, it looks the same. So, I'm not going to say that it doesn't look like Captain America because it does look like Chris Evans, and it does look like this picture right here. I just don't think the hair's right. Like I said, Hasbro probably just went off of this photo to make it by. And if it doesn't look good in the review, it's kind of one of those things you just have to see it in person. Because I was very skeptical of this figure. I mean, I love the MCU figures, but I was very skeptical of it. But getting it in person, it looks really good. Like, in the photos, his eyes looked really red. And on the figure, they don't look red. And his hair looks really nice. My only complaint about it, though, is that you can see that it is a separate piece. Like, if you look right here, you can really see that it's a separate piece. On this side, not so much, but I just think it stands out a little more on this side. And I am going to show him real quick next to the basic Captain America figure. And it's not the greatest, but I do think the head sculpt is a little more accurate. Like, the hair is accurate. It'd be nice if I could just take the hair off of this one, but it's molded together. I don't know how I would even do that. I mean, I could cut it off, but that'd be really difficult. But getting to the figure itself, his star is missing, which kind of gives a hint that we'll see him as Nomad in the movie. I mean, it's already been confirmed that Bucky isn't going to be Winter Soldier, he's going to be the White Wolf. So that's cool. But his star is missing there. And you can see where they painted the gray right here on his torso. A little bit of the navy is showing through. And I thought this was going to be the exact same sculpt as the previous Captain America. But it is not. This one actually looks really skinny. The previous version. This is from the Civil War Giant Man Build-A-Figure. I like this body sculpt better though, because it just looks more more muscular. This one, I don't know, it looks really thin compared to it now. And it does have a little bit of the same design to it, but it's an entirely new sculpt. Of course, the forearms are new because he doesn't have the whole sleeves on. And the shoulders are a little bit different. They don't have the Avengers logo on them. So, if you're like me and thinking that this would be the same figure, it is not. The boots the same? I don't even think the boots are the same. They look the same, but they're a resculpt. So yeah, this is an entirely new piece. And I'm really satisfied with it. I'm more satisfied than I thought I would be. I do have to admit that. I must admit I was wrong about this figure. Because like I said, seeing pictures of it online and everything just didn't do it justice. But the sculpting looks really nice on it. And it does have a little bit of a texturing all throughout there. And his belt is actually glued down. Most Marvel Legends figures, when they have belts like that, it's just loose and honestly just gets in the way. But it's glued down, so that's good. So now, let's go over the articulation. He's got a ball-jointed head that can look all the way back and all the way down. You might have to kind of pivot his head to get him looking all the way down. He can move his head side to side. He's got ball-jointed shoulders that can move out all the way. He's got swivel at the bicep, double-jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist that can move side to side and up and down. He's got an ab crunch that can move back that far and down that far. He's got a swivel at the waist. He's got ball-jointed hips that can move out very far. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back, not much. He's got a swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee, swivel at the boot, swivel at the ankle, and an ankle rocker. But I will go ahead and say that the ankle on this one, the swivel, does not work at all. And I even tried boiling it, and it just about broke on me. It still has pivot, but no actual swivel. So mine is a little hard to stand up because of that. So now let's do some size comparisons. Real quick, before I do the size comparisons, I want to see if the head from this basic Infinity War Captain America will fit on this one. Oh, it can. It's not the right skin tone. But I'm sure customizers could make that work because the head looks just fine on it. Just needs some different paint on it. I did repaint the hair, so it is a little more... I put a little bit of blonde in it to kind of match this. So I'm sure all the customizers out there could make this work. So yeah, that is possible. You can't actually switch their heads because it is a little loose, but all the customizers out there could make it work. So let me get him to standing here. Like I said, since mine's left ankle doesn't work, it's kind of hard to get him to stand. So here he is next to the previous Captain America. And I do like this new version better. It definitely looks more muscular. And this one does not want to stand up. And then here he is next to the only other figure from the Infinity War movie that I have reviewed, the basic Black Widow, which scales pretty well with it. It's not too bad. I do have a few other figures from this wave, so I will be reviewing those next week, so that's good. My stores finally started getting this wave in. So, for this figure, I would highly recommend it, because if you were iffy like I was about how it would actually look, it does look a lot better in hand than just images online and stuff like that. So yeah, this figure is really awesome and I would highly recommend it. So that's my review. And if you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.